Hey, it's me again. I had a lot of questions about seed starting and gardening. So I just now got all my plants out of my house. Well, some of them, not all of them, but some of them out of the house. I start them in the house on a shelf. Well, basically anywhere, I ain't gonna lie. Logan's bathtub, we don't really use a lot. So I actually just put me a metal shelf in there. It's a very small bathroom. It gets a lot of light. So I actually put a shelf in the bathtub and put my plants on it. And then on beautiful days like today, I bring them out. So, and basically I start them anywhere. Kitchen counters, windowsills. As you can tell, I have a lot of cups that have plants in them growing. I do that in my windowsills, in my kitchen windowsills, any windowsills. And I can water them. The water drains in the cup like this. And it actually acts like a heat source. They get tons of light. So that's one way I do it. This is actually cauliflower, and I haven't drained the water yet. And to keep the soil, a lot of people are thinking, oh my God, all that's going down her drain. No, in each pot, as you can tell in this, there's a coffee filter. In the bottom of these little pots, there are a little tiny, I cut little tiny pieces of coffee filters and put in the bottom. That way I don't lose my soil and don't stop my drains up. I have a little bit of everything I like to recycle. The other night, let me show this one. The other night, I actually fixed breakfast for supper, and I used sweet potatoes. So, what did I do? I cut the eyes off of sweet potatoes and blended them. And this has been in my windowsill. The eyes is where the root and the plant is going to come from. So whenever these get so big, I can just take those down and sit them in my garden. Now some of these will have to be transplanted out of these smaller pots and put in bigger pots, which I have ready. I bring them out like this to get seeded off the wind, the sun. There's an onion. There's some more sweet potatoes coming up. My zucchini, I just transplanted him. There's another sweet potato. I got a little lazy on that one. That's recycled plants that you can actually do. And once I pull, like a sweet potato, I don't know if people's ever dealt with them. Once I pull a plant off of that, I can leave it and it will grow another one. So you don't remove the whole piece of potato. Right here is an excellent recyclable plant. This is celery. We ate celery off of it. I took the bottom root, stuck it in some dirt, and there's a stink bug already on them. And look how wonderful it's growing. And this has been in my windowsill. Crazy thing. Carrots. Carrots is another thing. Now, although with carrots, you cannot plant a carrot and actually get a carrot. But what you are going to get is this top part. And this top part is great for soups and everything for flavoring. Now, it will not grow a carrot down underneath. You will have to have carrot seeds for that. I'm going to add a little bit more dirt to that. Now, my lettuce is just, it's not the heads of lettuce. This is just the lettuce that you usually eat with onions that you fry down, scald down, whichever way you prefer. So once that's big enough to pick. But recyclable plants are anything basically with seeds or bottom roots. Top roots are like carrots. They will not grow another fruit. That's the end of them. Bottom root is like celery, broccoli, cabbage, heads of lettuce. Anything with bottom roots, you can regrow in your home, no problem whatsoever. Store-bought onions. I do have a couple store-bought onions. Bottom root. That is a store-bought onion. That is a store-bought onion. That one's going to have to be transplanted. But basically, just to start, seeds in home or whatever, is no big deal. You need containers. The terracotta looking ones are plastic. These right here are plastic. Great drainage. They actually come from the Dollar Tree. And I have a ton of these. I save every pot I can. My big trays, you're probably wondering, well, all the little pots do not have coffee filters in them. Rather than stick coffee filters in every single one of these little trays, the bottom is lined with coffee filters. So you still get great water drainage. You just do not get all the stuff in your drains. I save and reuse every pot and plant I can. I save my old plastic cups. I have a ton of Cash Express cups. You can plant in those. You just have to make sure that there is a drainage hole in those. I like them best because I have a lot of pots. I like them best for my heat supply. If you can see. Now the water heats up during the day and it keeps those plants warm all night. And they are in my window, so they get great sunlight. It's just a heat shield. Now you can make a hot box outside. I haven't got around to it yet. 2 kids, everything going crazy. Haven't had a chance. You will build you a box or out of cement blocks. I actually have 2 hot boxes here. 3 actually. Forgot about that third one. You will remove all the dirt. You will put a layer of fodder or straw down. You will cover back up with dirt. You will start your seeds. In that, you can place those down in there, or you can add another little layer of dirt. I'll probably try to start working. It's giving rain today. Maybe try to start working on the hot box up there. I haven't had a chance. We haven't even got my greenhouse ready this year or anything. So this is how I do it. Just until. Also, another thing is I start early plants in January. One of my videos, I told you I was a jar hoarder. You have no clue. Mason jar hoarder, that's me. I will take a paper towel. I'll just have to do another video on it because it's a little hard to explain. But I'll take and start them in mason jars with just a paper towel and a seed, and that's all you have to have. But this is how I do it, and I just take, I bought a new potting soil this year. I don't like it. I like mixing potting soil with my regular gardening soil. Potting soil really don't have nutrients and stuff that you need for your seeds once they get this big and start eating and needing that stuff. So regular dirt out of the garden. We have a great, I wouldn't call it a compost because we don't actually add to it. We just never use it and let all the leaves and vegetation and stuff grow and then die in it. And it's got the richest, blackest dirt ever. We love it. So I will do I have to plant some more tomato seeds, so I will grab a mason jar and I will post a video of that in just a few minutes.